What is up, everyone, and welcome to The Stack. I'm Justin.
I am Pete.
And this is a show where we talk about all of the great works of man and woman and all people coming out this week in specifically the sequential art medium, comic books. There's a lot in the stack. There's a lot in your stack. There's a lot in our stack. Let's bring our stacks together and let's talk. Are you ready to talk, Pete?
I am. I'm excited to stack it up.
Let's stack it up. Two buddies stacking it up, and let's kick it off with a book that is. There's been some hype for many years, and we're finally seeing it. This is, of course, Batman Deadpool #1 from DC Comics, written by Grant Morrison, James Tynion IV, Joshua Williamson, Scott Snyder, Tom Taylor, Mariko Tamaki, and G. Willow Wilson. Art by Dan Mora, Hayden Sherman, Bruno Redondo, Amanda Connor, and Deniz Cowan. What a murderous
Just a few heavy hitters there. Holy crap.
A classic oops all bangers situation for the creators of this book.
Oops all bangers.
Oops all bangers. Now, this is following on the heels of the Deadpool Batman book that was much more, I guess, of a Marvel-led enterprise. This is a DC-led enterprise. Now, Pete, you're a fan of 1 to 2 of these characters.
Both of them.
How do you feel like it went when they came together?
I thought it was hysterical and really a lot of fun. This was awesome. I mean, just like so many cool moments. The fact that like Deadpool's just chatting away and Batman's like, yo, my nemesis is Joker, bro. I can tune out like you can't believe. Like, it was just awesome. It was everything I wanted. I just had so much fun with this. The Wolverine Batman and then Deadpool Batman, like just like it seemed like they were having so much fun making this. Nightwing with X-23, Harley and Hulk. I mean, this was just John Constantine and Doctor Strange. This was great. This was so many fun team-ups, so many cool and interesting characters. Like, you got to be kidding me. This was just this was a banger from start to finish. Blast House. I was just like
Blast House.
Yeah, this is
a classic Blast House.
It's a Blast House situation.
Like, this comic does not suck soup. This is a real Blast House. Those are the two poles with which we operate on. Yeah. Now, let me say, I think you hit on it when you talked about how funny this book was, because that's what I think the real difference maker here.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times, Deadpool is the funny character, quote unquote, in a story where he gets to be crazy and gets to break the fourth wall and all that. This did the right thing by making the entire book funny and letting the story be funny, letting Batman maybe not be super funny, but be a part of the comedic enterprise happening here. The inclusion of the other amalgam characters, especially Dark Claw, I thought was great. The way it's a sort of about universes kissing, I thought it's just like, it's calling out, because it gets to the fact that a crossover is inherently ridiculous. And that's something that the comic industry used to know. Be like, what if we just did something? And it was like a little bit of a like campy. Now crossovers are deadly serious because they're so much more important to the industry as a whole. Fine. We're going to talk about crossovers up the wazoo over the course of this stack. But this knows to have fun with it, and it really works. When Dark Claw showed up, I was like in happy shock. Some fun trauma, but I also loved the Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson runner.
That bit was just, it's Wade. Yeah. Oh man, that was great.
A bit that went hard. And let me say that Grant Morrison sort of being a little bit off the chain in that wild way that Grant used to do back in the day more, but now that they're not doing as much comic book work, we don't get to see it as much. But very fun to see that, and I thought that really set the tone for so much of what we got here. So very enjoyable. Give both this Batman and Deadpool a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you called it early when you said "Oops, all bangers." This is
all bangers.
Yeah.
Speaking of all bangers, let's jump over to a One World Under Doom #9. This guy, by bangers, I mean this guy really put the world on its elbow and turned everyone's lives into just one long banger. First off, let me say, great cover.
Dang it.
Yeah,
I have in my notes, very cool cover. What a great ish. This was one of my ones of the week on my poll list here. This was just hits you in the feels, dude. Doom, showing how much he loves his goddaughter. That's just, that gets me all sorts of sappy.
Valeria Richards,
just
who we're talking about.
Yeah, just this is why I love Doom so much. Such a great villain. This is fantastic. Doom. Yeah, love the story. Love how touching this is.
What do you? So wait, you love his love?
I love his love. Yeah. I love the fact that he loves.
You were such a Doom guy.
Oh, I'm a MF motherfucking Doom. You know what I mean? Like I love Doom for a long time. I think he's just such a cool villain.
What is it about him? The mask, the cape.
He has
building a country. The bots.
The bots are fun, but
you started building bots. The Pete bots.
Well, that would be. I am not smart enough to pull that off, but I would love to and that idea. But
they're really cool. Yeah, they're very.
It's
cool robots.
Mainly just happens when I tape PBRs together and pretend they're robots. But yeah,
a wizard staff, as we called it.
Oh yeah, there we go. But what I like about Doom is the fact that like you don't know what he's up to. Sometimes it's for good. Sometimes it's for horrible reasons.
No, it's not. It's very rarely for good.
No,
he's not doing a lot of.
Dude, when he took over the world, it was like, oh, what's he gonna do here? And then there was like a lot of promises, none of them true. But it's always interesting. He's always interesting. He's zigging when you think he's gonna zag. I love this guy.
Wow, it sounds like a guy you went to high school with, and like Doom's cool. I know he like keeps punching holes in windshields out in cars whenever he gets drunk, but he's cool. He's cool. Yeah. This crossover, I think, has been a little bit woolly. It's one that I feel like we were always just waiting for the other shoe to drop when Doom was going to be like, actually, I am a bad guy, and we did get that. But this issue is such an effective coda to the story, where we get to get behind the mask, both literally and figuratively at points in this issue, and see what actually Doom cares about. And it's really nice that it comes from in his voice through a lot of the sort of monologuing, and his relationship with Valeria Richards is like it's become one of the most interesting things about him. Shouts to the Jonathan Hickman run that I feel like laid the groundwork for that. But I think Ryan North really captures the emotionality of the story well here. So I think this closed out the crossover or the event in a really good way. And a spoiler on all these books as we're talking about them. But the last couple pages sets up the future of Doom. We get a fun Reed Richards moment. Yeah. But we're getting the last will and testament of Doom, which I think is a cool idea. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
Yeah, like I am whenever I hear anyone's will. Let's move on. How's your will looking, Pete?
I got to get going on that. I'm probably going to keel over soon.
Fingers crossed I get a secret quiz.
There'll be a secret quiz. Don't you worry about it, my friend.
Can't wait.
You got to try to unlock it at my funeral.
No, guys, I think we really have to unlock this one. Now, in trivia that's read at your funeral, are you the actor we're paying homage to?
Yeah, I wonder.
That's really funny. I think you should do that. Not to be morbid. But speaking of morbidity, let's move on to The Final Boss #1, a comic where people die in a really truly disgusting way. This is from Image Comics, written by Tyler Kirkham, art by Tyler Kirkham with David Miller. This is sort of a mixed bag of this guy's got a lot going on in his life.
Yeah.
He is a former military. He's involved with some underground fight club fighting. He is also robbing houses in a full-on superhero uniform.
Right.
He turns full Mortal Kombat by the end as he's has a recurring dreams about his grandfather during World War II storming a beach and getting involved in something a little mystical. And he has a necklace that has left a crazy scar on his chest in the shape of the necklace, which I think would be a clue that something's up with the necklace.
See, now, the necklace thing threw me, okay? First off, great title.
You don't like neckwear.
No, hang on. I'll get into it here. But first off, like, cool cover, great kind of Streets of Rage, Street Fighter situation. Love this whole premise. But I really got in the weeds of the necklace because, like, he was like, oh, yeah, I got, this powerful necklace. And then I'm like, well, he took off the necklace before the fight. So does he get his power from the necklace? But then he uses power. The necklace is on. And then I was like, so when he takes off the necklace, it's like burned into his skin. What was first? You know what I mean? Like, I was just like so thrown by, like, he takes it off, but it's still kind of there.
You think he had a scar and then he found a necklace?
And then found the necklace. And I also was like, did the necklace give him power and then scarred him?
Like,
then why would you? But why would you wear the necklace then if you already got the scar and you don't need the necklace? I was just like, what is going on with this necklace? And then sometimes it was like, I was just like, is the necklace even on? Because it couldn't tell, like, if it was still there.
It fit right into the scar hole.
Yeah, I was just, I was really thrown by the necklace.
Definitely something mystical happening here. I think at its core, it takes a while to get there, but I guess this is like a Mortal Kombat situation because this dude shreds a dude in a very long, disgusting fight that involves the chain, the something chain gets really wrecked. But this is very
like
much
split in two.
Yeah, this is a 90s Top Cow style comic. If you are craving that, Tyler Kirkham is certainly delivering that here.
TK
90s comics meets MK Mortal Kombat. So check that out if that's a flavor you're craving. That's where Final Boss #1 will serve you right. Let's talk about the Lion King. Changing gears almost completely to something, a tender tale about a young lion coming of age. He just can't wait to be king. This is from Dynamite by Edwin Galmon, story and art. Now, we've been loving these Disney comics that Dynamite's been putting out. How do you feel about this, Lion? Did you feel a little Hakuna Matata? You have no worries about it?
No. I can't do this.
So you don't have Hakuna Matata, you have Mucho Matata. I think I'm saying that correctly.
I don't think you are. I can't watch.
That means lots of worries.
I can't. Yes. Okay. Great. Yeah, I have lots of worries. I can't watch Mufasa die again. Okay, I'm scarred. I get it, scarred.
Ironically.
Yeah, this is too emotional, bro. Just like, first off, the art's amazing. It really feels like the movie come to life. I love the kind of tone of this, but this takes place before Mufasa dies, and it's too emotional to see him alive and then to see Simba young and to know it's all going to end horribly and I can't be there for it again. Even if we don't see it again, it's too emotional to go back to this place.
But I believe when Mufasa was struck down, he got more powerful than ever.
No, that's not this. You're thinking of something else.
I'm pretty sure he gets to be a ghost.
He does come back ghost styles. Yeah, sure. But it's not... I guess I retract my earlier statement. That I apologize. It is exactly like Star Wars. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, "There's no lightsabers," but he does come back in ghost form, or is it more kind of flower? It's like kind of like
the flowers were sex was written out in the flowers. Famously in The Lion King. You're thinking of a cloud. Mufasa comes back.
Yeah, come back as a cloud. Yeah.
And he says Simba. And he has to go. He's supposed to be a better...
James Earl Jones, baby. Come on. Yeah, I mean, I was hearing all the voices reading this comic, but I was... this really kind of... I didn't realize how emotionally scarred I still was, and I got to stop saying scarred. But, yeah.
This art is beautifully done. It honestly, if you love the movie Lion King, this is a great just walk through the heart of that movie.
Yeah.
Because it's in the first act before Mufasa dies. Everyone's happy. And we're going to get a little adventure sort of right pinpointed in that time frame. So that's really cool. And this art is, there's
but it also it's
feelings
like
you feel.
It's tough because you wake up that morning and you kind of have that. And I was like, wait a second, this didn't happen during the movie. It's almost like if they paused the movie and there was like a sub kind of like alternate day or alternate morning or something.
Here's the thing about days is a lot of the different ones feel the same. So I think this is just another day. You know what I mean? Like, let's say Lion King, the movie, happens on like a Tuesday.
Right.
It's like a Monday.
Yeah, but it kind of starts with this something that we know. They're talking about all the land that's, so it's like
everything the light touches.
Yeah. So it's like it started the movie and then it had paused and it's getting a kind of like.
But bro, think about it. Mufasa's like, I gotta have the speech. I gotta tell Simba about how he get everything the light touches.
Yeah.
That's why Simba's like, I can't wait to be king so my dad can shut up about this light in the land. But
even when Simba's getting his bath in the morning, I was like, dude, he doesn't know. This is like days before his dad dies. Like, this is so brutal.
What do you think when you see any baby? Or are you like, you don't know?
Oh, dude, we'll get into the Hitler baby discussion later in the stack. I have it all queued up, but
interesting, yeah. Great. I look forward to hearing you press play on that conversation. But let's press play on this conversation. The Ultimates number 18 from Marvel Comics, written by the Deniz, the Camp, art by Juan Frigeri. This is really, truly setting the stage. This is like a mission statement. This is Iron Lad.
Iron Lad, bro.
Iron Lad, yes, I said. Coming out and giving the ultimate pep talk, getting the entire world to rally for the upcoming big battle against the Maker. And, this is like every speech in every like late 90s, early aughts blockbuster. Like, it's epic in scale. We touch all the different heroes we met in all 18 issues of this comic. And I thought somebody say this could be like considered a filler issue because it doesn't really drive the story forward. But what it does do is it really drives the emotional stakes to the forefront and reminds us of everyone who is going to be a major player in this big crossover coming up. And I think this is one of the things at Marvel that's really working right now. Ultimate Spider-Man and this Ultimates book. I'm very excited for this big fight to begin. And it's the 0 month. We've hit the 0 month.
Congrats. That's very exciting to hit the 0 month.
We're counting down.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're out.
Now
it's 0.
Because
it's happening. Fight. Yeah.
The Maker's emerging from the place.
Yeah, amazing art in this.
This isn't hidden for you?
No, this isn't hitting for me. I mean, he's given this long ass speech. I'm like, bro, you're not Captain America. Fucking knock it off, dude.
Captain America is in the speech. He's featured. He's mentioned.
Yeah. It's weird. And then I was like, man, America Chavez, like kissing a dead dude. I was like, whoa, that was making a dude dead there. That was kind of crazy. I have a hard time with the Ultimates because it's not real. So every time I get excited about the Ultimates like storyline, I'm like, this is going to go away and break my heart. So it's hard to get invested. I have to keep it at a safe distance. I've learned over the years.
Wow. Well, I think this event's going to win you over. I think, Pete.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm a big Deniz camp. I'm in the camp, so I'm ready for it. I think it. Hopefully it starts clicking for me.
It's going to start clicking. But let's jump on to our next book. This is the Absolute Flash, number 9 from DC Comics, written by Jeff Lemire, art by Nick Robles. Pete, the Absolute Universe, it's not that it lives rent-free in your brain. You live rent-free in the Dark Side universe. You love that. You love the juice. You love the Omega energy. You're soaking it up. You drink a little Omega Blizzard from Evil Dairy Queen every morning to kick off your day.
That'd be cool.
Give it to us straight. Tell us how you're feeling about Absolute Flash.
Well, amazing art. I really love the use of the red and the bright colors in this. It's got such a cool vibe to it.
Shiny. Like if you were like a raccoon, you'd be like shiny. I like that.
I was loving Absolute Flash not up until this issue, but what sucked is Absolute Flash started out really unique and different and didn't feel like Flash at all. And as someone who doesn't like Flash, I was very excited about this. And then we get to the last panel reveal here, and I was like, go fuck yourself. The last thing I want you to bring up is the goddamn cosmic treadmill. It's just such a dumb thing, and I hate that we have to keep coming back to it. But
how do you hate it? It reminds you of exercise.
No, it's just such a dumb thing. Like the cosmic treadmill. It just undercuts. It's just such a
easy.
I don't know what it is about it. There's so many things in comic that are so much dumber and so much weirder than that. But for some reason, every time I think of the cosmic treadmill, I'm just like, God, I hate comics. You know what I mean? Like there's just some things that are just like it. I just think it's such
become a touch point for you.
Yeah,
stove of Pete LePage.
I just I don't know. Flash is my favorite. And the cosmic treadmill is also not my favorite. So I was having a great time. And then they were like, last panel reveal. And I was like, what are we doing? And they were like, of course, the cosmic treadmill. And I was like, no. But the art is amazing. And Absolute stuff has been historically fantastic. So I will keep rolling with this. You know what I mean? It's in great hands.
I'm going to take a step back, classic step back. Mm-hmm. And talk about sort of my general vibe on reading all of these comics this week.
Okay.
Everyone's shaking it up right now. Everyone's putting the elements. They're putting the salad in the bag, and everyone's shaking it real hard in comics right now. And I was really feeling it in the stack of things like, and some to success, some to not success, I feel like. And we'll talk about those books going forward. And this book is doing that as well, like all the Absolute and Ultimate books and a lot of the time traveling and things we're going to talk about. Like it takes elements we know and mixes them up, and they can connect together in a different way. I think this way of getting to the cosmic treadmill is interesting. I like the rogues in this book, but this stack has had me craving like a little more simplicity. I wanna like let everything sit for a second, and then like let's tell some stories about stuff that's there, rather than being like setting up, a bunch of Scrabble tiles and being like, let's play, and just winging that board in the air and trying to grab letters out of the sky, because that's what I feel like the vibe is right now. And I don't say that to complain about this specific issue, because I actually do like this comic. This is a comic I started out on, but I've gotten in on. I think their use of the rogues is really smart here, and there's a conspiracy and a good mystery happening around the older Flash characters while our young Wally is here at the center. So I like this, but that's the sort of thesis I want to lay out for the stack as we go forward. But let's do it. Let's march forward with John le Carré's The Circus Losing Control #1 from Dark Horse Comics, written by Matt Kindt, art by Ibrahim Mustafa. Now, there's a lot of different words in this title, and a lot of them aren't your classic comic book words.
Yeah, long, weird title aside, I thought this was awesome. I really love the twists and turns. Thought it was really fun. Cool, like who's who. I love the breakdowns of the people and the buildings. Like you kind of see the floors and all that kind of stuff. Just solid first issue. I'm in on this. I'm excited. Can't wait for the next issue. More, please. This is in great hands. I love this team.
Yeah, really good spy stuff here. We watch, Pete and I watch Slow Horses, and this felt sort of fast horses in a lot of ways, which is cool, but just great, putting all the ingredients in a boiling pot to get to how this is going to go. So if you want some high-stakes espionage stuff, I think this is a great book to check out.
Great.
Let's jump over to Nova Centurion #1 from Marvel Comics, written by Jed MacKay with art by Alvaro Lopez. This is spinning out of the Imperial crossover, where Nova has the world mind in his helmet. he's flying around. And the thing is, he owes some cash on his.
Yeah.
So he's bumming around a lot. He's looking to busk. He's doing some superhero busking, saving the day, and then putting out the old helmet and say, "Hey, spare
the old pass the helmet."
Throw me a quarter and a little Super Bowl jangles.
Reminds me of the old days and doing theater work where you like after the show you'd pass the hat around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Starving performer over here.
You had to drink the hat, I believe, right? Whatever was in the hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was awesome. We got a space rascal for hire over here. I love this idea. It kind of reminds me of a Captain Jones, if you will. But yeah, I thought.
Hey, don't just blow past. Tell them what Captain Jones is.
Well, yeah, it just reminds me of something that I love when. Where I came up with a comic strip where it was kind of a space rascal for hire, where you can kind of relate to somebody who is a fun character and a little out of place and a little kind of not the best at things, but still has a good kind of heart and you're rooting for. So, fun idea. I love this.
Can people find Captain Jones anywhere on the internet?
I don't even know if you can anymore. Unfortunately,
you should find that out.
Yeah. But, I think that this is just such a cool idea. I can't wait to read the next issue. I'm not familiar with this kind of Nova gentleman, so I was kind of to see him without his hat and just our helmet, and I think it's kind of an interesting choice. To see somebody who doesn't always rock that kind of like stoic look and kind of be more relatable.
Really love seeing Pip the Troll, a character.
Oh yeah, Pip the Troll was fun.
The Adam Warlock. And the Infinity Watch. I love that book back in the day. So great to see him here. Main character. This book has a little bit of your Matt Fraction Hawkeye-ification of Nova.
Yeah, I got a little humor.
To lay out a little humor in here. It's a little fun. Lay out the premise. Pip the Troll
can't wait for Pizza Dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll get our own Pizza Dog. Pip the Troll has become Nova's agent, trying to get him hired because he needs to make that money. It also reminded me of the Scarlet Witch series that was out recently from Steve Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the new Warriors hat that Richie's wearing. This book is doing a good job of mixing the new Warriors tone from the late 90s with the modern Imperial space Marvel universe. So I thought that was cool. I'm definitely going to pick this up. The art is great. It really is. Has a nice realism to it that I was really enjoying. But let's move on to something else that is completely real, and that's Exquisite Corpses #7 from Image Comics, written by Michael Walsh with James Tynion IV, art by Claire Rowe and Michael Walsh. Wow. This town is getting fucked up.
Yeah, cool cover, by the way. This is an action-packed ish. Damn, shit gets crazy in here. I just wow. This is just. I was just floored by this. I was yelling at the issue, when it was like, hey, we should run. And then they just sit down and talk. I was like, run. What the fuck are you doing? Talk and run, talk and walk, drive and talk. It was just so kind of thrown in here and just, I felt like I was just, a part of it. But man, cool fox person, love the dark mask guy, cool weapons. This is just badass, scary and great. The creepy rich old people talking shit. This is high octane. JT4 and team, I salute you. This kicks serious ass. I'm very much enjoying this comic.
A little bit of backstory on it. The premise here is that that all of these very rich people pick a town every year, a couple years, and they send their own assassination every sort of head of each different state gets to send their mercenary in, and they just have to kill everyone in the town and each other, and whoever comes emerges and wins gets to sort of run America, essentially. Pete, as a resident of a small town, does it scare you to think that your town could be the site of a murder fest?
Well, I didn't think about that until this issue, but yeah,
Something
I got to start doom prepping for it, I guess. You know what I mean?
What's your purge plan? What's your first move? Are you running? Are you stocked up? Are you running to a local grocer?
Yeah, no, I'm stocked and ready. I got go bags and bags full of nunchucks, ready to roll. You know what I mean? I
bags full of nunchucks.
Yeah, I got
two. You only need 2 nunchucks, right? And even 2 is hard because you often hit yourself, I think, if you're spinning 2.
Well, I mean, if you're good, you're not. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm ready to go. I got go bags. I don't know where I'm going, but yeah, I got to figure that all out. You know what I mean? How about you?
You need to stay back.
You think I should just hunker down, battle it out?
Where are you going to go? You're trapped in your town. I mean, when I'm out of town, I'm usually often in upstate New York at my family home, and yeah, I don't know. I would
family bunker.
I would go to the trees.
Oh yeah, go to the trees, huh?
Tree fort.
Smart. I mean, you got the high ground, yeah. It's
Acorns.
The only problem is they cut down the tree, you're fucked.
Yeah, but I could eat acorns.
Can you though?
Drink rain.
Yeah, you can drink rainwater, sure. Yeah.
So anyway, I feel pretty good about that.
Let's
move on to talk about.
Anybody's got a saw. All right, okay.
But you know how hard it is to cut through a tree? I mean, I guess I'm thinking if you have one of those old timey saws.
Yeah, you got a chainsaw that could go through real quick, man. I don't know if you've seen those lumberjack things. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen those chainsaws. They're crazy.
No, I'm talking about those lumberjack events where they're cutting through trees like they're nothing. You know what I mean?
And is that an every weekend thing for you these days, or what's that? you bumpkin motherfucker! You just out there to your lumberjack games,
dude. I'm getting country strong over here, bro.
Yeah, you're getting lumberjacked. I look forward to Pete's first chainsaw sculpture coming soon.
Oh,
the Punisher.
All Punisher syllables.
Really good. Let's move on and talk about the New Gods number 12. It's written by Ram V, art by Evan Cagle and Phil Hester. This brings to close a series that was wildly popular when it launched, and I think lost its ground a little bit. But we want to come back and just take this one home. Pete, this is one of your faves.
It is. I mean, amazing art. You want to talk about super tight nanners over here. This is just, I love it. Comic starts deep, talking about being afraid and how not being scared is being free. I mean, these are beautiful ideas. Scott going like, hey, it's only Darkseid. I was like, what, bro? Are you fucking out of your mind? He's kind of a big deal. And then Orion just being like, yo, Scott, you're in charge. I'm out, bro. I know he's Mr. Miracle, but yikes, bro. That's a big, mantle he's got to take on. So, yeah, I just thought this was
Scott Free, Mr. Miracle, gets the position of All-Father of the New Gods at the end of this, setting a new paradigm for what's happening here, upsetting the hierarchy that we had expected, I think, for the New Gods. This whole series has been like big mythology. It got very dense in the middle. I feel like but I think it's good, and like I really like where the New Gods are positioned going forward, especially with all of the Darkseid stuff happening. They're very close to Darkseid from an enemy point of view. But I want to talk about how the use of 2 artists here has just never been more seamlessly done.
Yes.
Just really great work, and the art here is perspective-wise super interesting. It feels very like new, while also like with mythological underpinnings. I don't know. This was a good. It makes me. I feel like this will read really well in the trade. That's a cliched thing to say, but I actually think it works here.
All right.
All right. Now it's time for the age we've all been waiting for. The age of Cypher. The age of Douglas, a.k.a. the age of Revelation. And we've got
Revelation.
a classic thick stack of Age of Revelations books to talk to you about, because there are lots of them this week. We are going to talk about, we're going to maybe jump around or talk about them in order. Unbreakable X-Men number 2 from Marvel, written by Gail Simone, art by C.F. Villa. Omega Kids number 2 by Tony Fleece and art by Andres Genolet. Last Wolverine number 2 by Saladin Ahmed with art by Edgar Salazar. Book of Revelations number 2 from Jed McKay and Netho Diaz, and of course Radioactive Spider-Man number 2. All number 2s. What a fun number. Radioactive Spider-Man written by Joe Kelly, art by Kev Walker. I'm just going to set the table here and say,
please,
this is my fave week in the Age of Revelation wheel. These are the books that I guess these are the sort of marquee books, with Unbreakable X-Men being the Uncanny X-Men of the Age of Revelation, and X-Men Book of Revelations being the X-Men book that Jed McKay does. So these are definitely sort of the league leaders in what's happening here. But Pete, how do you feel about this event? We have one more issue of all of these issues coming, basically, in the next month, because each series tops out at number 3, and then we close out the event. So we're over halfway through. What's going on in this age?
I have no idea. It seems like it's still just kind of warming up, which is weird if we're halfway through. I'm still kind of a mixed bag on it. But the Unbreakable X-Men number 2, I feel like really like the art and the action, kind of great villain character, awesome design here. I also think Remy has this moment where he's like,
Remy,
yeah, you know, the blind
Gambit,
yeah. I was like,
so first name with him.
Well, he's like, yeah, okay, I see how I threw you there. There's this one part where he's like, who are you going to get? And I was like, dude, Gambit, are you out of your mind? You're a fucking X-Men. You guys are going to get who you always get. A ragtag group of fucking people that you throw together for a very specific mission that, you know, somehow always comes together right at the last minute. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Don't be like, what are we going to do? Have been paying attention over the years, bro? I mean, come on. I know you're blind, but like, dude, yeah, like, do the thing we're all here to see. Put together a ragtag team, bro, and let's see if we can take this guy down. So I was just, that line, like, really kind of fucked with me. But all that said, I thought this was fun. I did like this team that was selected for this mission. And
Spider-Woman is just hanging out.
Yeah.
That's, again, like the mixed bag nature of comics right now, where it's just like, yeah, Spider-Woman's there. Because like the virus that's going on, everyone's like sort of immune now, technically. So it's like, yeah, throw Spider-Woman in there. Let's have some other random stuff happen. Let's make the main character a Wendigo. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah,
is what someone said. But I like this. This book I think is successful because it's carrying on the themes and a lot of the villains and characters that Gail Simone it has been doing in the main title. So it's cool to see that continued here, and a lot of characters that have died here in her crew. So that's sad, but we get to see the ancillary characters, which I think become pretty fun.
Yeah.
Gambit, real main character energy in this modern Marvel universe. So that's cool to see. One of my faves of this stack, we got Omega Kids coming next.
Oh yeah, man. Let's get into it. I mean, you got to be Tony Fleece and kidding me right now. You know, I mean, what the fleece is happening. I love this. This was a blast. I also love pizza bagels, so that bit really hit home to me. You know, I mean, that's quality stuff, bro. Quentin Quire is great in this, although I don't like his T-shirt. I don't think Magneto was weak, but yeah. The little creepy kid reveal, though, at the end, That was just
No dice for you.
yeah. But that's the baby Hitler situation. You know what I mean? Like, okay, are you gonna kill this this little evil kid at the end? You know what I mean? Are we gonna?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you take out the little creepy kid if it was going to save everybody?
Tough call. I mean, I would raise the kid.
Oh wow, what a good father you are.
Don't you think?
How would you every time, like, if you're raising an evil child who is trying to murder people, like, do you do a timeout, or are you gonna like take screens away? Like, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would take, like, you're talking about a baby Hitler situation. I guess, yeah, I would take away screens.
Yeah.
And maybe like more compliments about the painting.
Yeah, definitely gotta hug them up. You know what I mean? Show affection, show encouragement.
And if Alex were here, he'd be like, "So Pete, you're saying you love Hitler, and you need to love Hitler more."
No, I'm saying that maybe if someone showed baby Hitler some love, it would have been a better situation. You know what I mean?
Great, perfect pull quote for the episode. I am also enjoying this comic, though. I like the heel turn we get here, and these Omega kids are cool characters. These are characters I would like to see continue on. Probably not going to happen, but would be cool. But let's talk about some characters that I am less interested in seeing do stuff, and that is, of course, the Last Wolverine. Number 2, that we mentioned. Now, this comic is built around a Wendigo friend.
Okay. Yes, I love this. I know it seems dumb, and you're probably making fun of it, but the Wendigo that Wolverine saved is such a fun character, and I'm so happy that he stayed. And yeah, I mean, I feel very seen. You know what I mean? When you got someone who's like, just like, oh, don't murder these people, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a great kind of a fun thing to have going in the background while people are talking. So yeah, I think this is fun, and yeah,
I think this is comics fucked up. This is like, this Wendigo's like, we got to go fix this Age of Revelation, and they're trying to like save Wolverine.
Yeah, Wendigo wants to save Wolverine, but Patch over there, the so-called wife, is like, yo, I'm going to use this sword to fucking kill my husband. I'm like, whoa, wow.
He's, of course, Wolverine. This is Vindicator. And
you talking about Patch?
Yes, Patch. And she has the blade of, what is it, Masamune, I believe?
Yeah.
That is so powerful, so sharp, that it can really undercut old Bub's healing factor.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Bub. I hope it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yes, we shall see. Wolverine, of course, has lost his ability to speak and is being controlled in a Weapon X style by Revelation himself. So Wendigo takes Kurt's Nightcrawler out of his lovely life.
Yeah.
Who's happy raising a kid, just like living as basically a human, and ruins his life. And then they're like, oh, Cyber. And he's like, I'm hungry. And he literally bites Cyber's face off.
Well, he has a delicious face. It's got to be tough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. But they got to stop like a chicken wing. You can eat the face, but you got to stop when you hit all the adamantium. This book, just like, I don't know. This feels like one of the ones where I'm like, I don't know what we're doing here in general. Mm-hmm. And the Wolverine character in this Age of Revelations has been a particularly opaque area. He has had his language taken away, as I said, and it makes him just a weapon.
Cool, like face mask thing to the shiny.
He's wearing a weird mask, and I'm sure it's going to turn at one point, and Wolverine will come back. But it just like feels like it hasn't been used effectively, and this book is sort of the biggest case of that, I think. So didn't enjoy that. But let's talk Book of Revelation. This is the one of the other flagship books written by Jen McKay, who I think is sort of like the head of this event. But this focuses on a young girl who is close in the Revelation world, and she meets a ghostly Kitty Pryde, and then gets some Revenge of Her Own. That both two books featuring young people who are secretly being quite devious.
Yeah. And it's too bad that Zalvatron isn't here to talk about Kitty Pryde because he creepily likes Kitty Pryde a little too much, I think. But yeah, Kitty Pryde gets played in this issue by a creepy kid who is revealed to be, spoilers, but Apocalypse, which I was just kind of like, all right. But I don't know. It was one of those kind of like, reveal. And I was just like, man, sometimes comics is like, oh, man. But I don't know. How were you psyched when it was like, oh, yeah, Kid Apocalypse?
Well, I like setting up what is going to be the final fight here of Apocalypse versus Revelation. And that's cool. It's just funny, though, because it was really set up in that anthology book like that we read at the beginning of this event where Professor X goes to Arakko and confronts Apocalypse. It's like, oh yeah, that's what the fight's going to be. So it's not really a big reveal at all. I like the sort of the plot of this. I thought was good and nice and twisty, and the reveal was nice that this young girl is a killer, a straight up killer. She takes Fabian Cortez out in a pretty nasty way, I thought, and it's well written. The way he feels and where the power that Revelation took from him. So like, there's cool stuff going on here. There's just something about this event that's a little of the main spine of this event, I should say, that's just a little disjointed.
For me, it's the fact that they keep being like, oh man, Revelation, oh man, Revelation, and it's like, when are we gonna get to spend some time like with Revelation to find out like what this dude is about, what he believes? Like it's just always like
with our guy Doug.
Yeah, I just want to be like, Doug, what's your deal? Everybody keeps like goose stepping around you here, and everybody seems to be scared, but like,
yeah,
I haven't heard shit out of your mouth, or I don't even know what you're about,
Yeah. Rather than an age of Revelation, you want to turn the page on Revelation.
I want to like Oprah style sit down interview. You know what I mean? Like, what's your favorite things? Like, let's get into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's really beautiful. I hope you get to become the X-Men's something I've said many times. Let's talk about a book I love, Radioactive Spider-Man #2. This is Joe Kelly, the writer of The Amazing Spider-Man, bringing Spider-Man into this up world. This book is so effective, I think, because he really leans into just the weirdness and tells a good story about our characters. This really focuses on the mutation from the virus, the 3K virus that has affected everyone, and it's great. We get a lot of Spider-Man core characters. We see how Aunt May got horribly mutated and Mary Jane got taken down, why he's with Cecilia Reyes, who I think is a very cool character. I like them together. And
boo.
No? Mary Jane got eaten by Aunt May, and that's in continuity.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. But like, finish your idea. I was just doing a quick boo. I didn't mean to derail your thought there.
It feels like a long boo. It feels like you want to take some boo time.
All right. Well, yeah. First off, art is just absolutely amazing. This looks so cool. The Aunt May transformation was a little too intense for me. But what's great is I related to older Aunt May who just only talks about Peter and MJ. And I was like, that's how I'm going to be when I'm old, is people can talk to me all they want about whoever Spider-Man is.
It'll be your friends Justin and Pete that you'll talk about?
I just feel like I'm just going to always...
What you mean.
No, I just mean that...
Ask Pete what he thinks.
Pete and MJ belong together, and that's that. And all this other shit is just, side salads, and I'm not here for it.
Dude. It's all side salads.
Yeah. I want the main course.
You gotta eat a lot of side salads to find yourself.
Find
yourself a real filet mignon. And let me say, Pete, a lot of them are gonna suck soup.
Also, like, I'm sick of people telling other people in comics to run and then they don't. Like, if Spider-Man says run, like, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking start running, man.
He's just a guy in spandex. Hey, let's be honest. He probably smells weird. It's not a very breathable fabric.
Dude, if anyone who fights crime for a living and like is familiar with what's going on, you don't have to tell me run twice, bro. You're like, if you even start to say run, I'm gonna take off running. So like, it just drives me nuts how people aren't. There's mad, yeah. Just run for your life. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, you heard it here first. If you want to do something, you want to pull a prank, just
almost say run to me, and I'm
tell Pete to run in any circumstance, and he will do it.
Yeah.
But I think this is fantastic. I love they brought in the Spidey and his amazing friends characters with Spider-Gwen and Spin, Miles Morales, which I thought was a fun, sort of surprising touch to have here.
Cool.
And thus closes the Age of Revelation. Let it continue on forever. Undiscovered Country number 34 from Image Comics, written by Scott Snyder and Charles Soule, art by Giuseppe Comencalli and Leonardo Marcello Grassi. Pete, America.
Right?
We're living in it.
Oh, man, are we? This continues to be messed up and great. I love the art. I love the story. This is an epic tale. I really hope they land this because I am excited to go back and read this all in one kind of swoop because this is just, it's really impressive. All the kind of moving pieces in this thing. And I just think this is not only cool commentary, but also artistically impressive.
Yeah, I hope we get to talk to Scott and Charles about this book when it's come to a close, because it's been a wild journey. I feel like this book has been like sort of setting the stage for its finale for quite some time. Yeah. So it's going to be big when it gets there. It's really landed on the sci-fi and satirical language that it wants to use. And we're getting some of that big imagery here with a Statue of Liberty character that appears at the end of this, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
that's underrated, but they always include some quotes. They include 2 quotes at the end of every book that are often like funny. They're often in conversation. They're always in conversation with each other, and that's a really cool idea to just leave us with a little something as we go out the door. So, Def pick up, start at the beginning, read it in a chunk. Read it over the Thanksgiving weekend when Pete is sleeping in a Barca lounger nearby. Talking specifically to Pete's family here. Let's talk Terminator Metal number 2 from Dynamite, written by Declan Shalvey and Rory McConville, art by Ian Marin. Now we talked to Declan, and I think it was just you and I maybe talked to Declan a while back about the Terminator Metal, how this is a continuation of the earlier series, but just moving the story in a couple different directions. Pete, how do you feel about this story?
I feel like this is great. If you like Terminator, I think they do such a great job with this. Crazy mission, crazy kind of twist at the end. Yeah, great art. This is a solid-ish, bruh.
Yeah, I like that we're getting different time has been going through the whole series. Moving into the future in this series, I think, is where Metal's focusing. These are done in one stories with, I think, some light connectiveness we're building toward perhaps here. But yeah, it's good. Menacing Terminator. I think Declan Shalvey is really committed to this, and that means the stories are going to really reflect that commitment to telling good stories. Let's talk Captain America number 5. This is from Marvel Comics. Yeah, written by Chip Zdarsky, art by Valerio Schiti. Pete, you talk about Captain America. You wish he was given the speeches in the Ultimates book. You want to hear him speak at all times. He's definitely speaking at your funeral. Maybe he's going to be the one to do trivia. Like when Alex at your funeral asked for a first hand up guy, would you feel pretty good if Steve Rogers himself raised his hand and said,
they just gave me a great idea for the funeral. Like if somebody says first hand up guy, I would love for if I get some like fishing line or something that makes my arm go up. That would be just funny. Cover of this freaks me out. The Thor face.
Get some fishing line. This is a man. Your will is going to be excellent. I hope I have the task with building a Home Alone style contraption.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
When we say first stand up guy, your hand shoot open casket.
Yeah, obviously. We gotta hope. I hope I don't die horribly where I can still have an open casket. Otherwise, this bit is dead in the water.
I think commit to the open casket. Who cares?
Yeah, just
Bodies
see
are
the
bodies.
horrors.
Bodies
Yeah.
are weird. That's why I'm going no makeup. Just keep it loose.
Oh, dude. Oh man, I hope. Oh, that's weird. All right. Anyways, yeah, the Thor on the cover kind of really freaked me out here. You got that kind of shot, a different world Thor there. The Cap's fighting hurts, Evil Cap saves real Cap though, but that was really nice. But then that whole kind of CPR thing was, then we got the sad letter. This is kind of dark and sad, but good and amazing. Art's absolutely fantastic.
The art is excellent, and I like the writing here. I think this series suffered from one thing, and maybe this is just my pet peeve of it. The way it's positioned in the Marvel universe in Captain America's history is when he's fresh out the ice and he's trying to find his way in America. And there's something about either the language or the combination of the art and the story where it's hard to really keep it in that time period. I feel a little like we see Tony Stark meeting Steve for the first time. He's like, let's go get a drink. My buddy Iron Man, there's still that pretense, which that part was cool. We get to see some classic Iron Man armor at one point. I feel like that last sort of half of the issue really landed some of the larger ideas. But there's something in the middle that just felt so modern that felt out of step with the time period. And maybe it's the fudging timeline of Captain America being a World War II hero who's unthawed now when 2000 or something. That's a fuzzy timeline, and I think that fuzzed the story a little bit. But love Chip Zdarsky. The Valerie Sheedy art is good. Looking forward to the next issue. The preview page, real Doom. We got some Doom coming, Pete, so you're going to get some fresh Doom dropping. Let's talk Justice League Red, or Justice League Dead, as the cover says. Number 4 for DC Comics, written by Saladin Ahmed, art by Clayton Henry. This is a team formed by Red Tornado that is maybe formed under some strange pretenses.
Yeah,
Red Tornado, obviously AI, android, maybe lying to them, up to no good. We don't quite know.
Can't trust the Red Tornado.
Can't trust. What are the two bad words? Red, like stoplights, no fun. Tornado, watch out, coming for you.
Can't trust it. Wizard
of Oz, reckless.
Yeah.
I'd love to be transported to a magical realm, but I don't want to ride a tornado.
Really?
Yeah,
man, I don't know. I agree. In real life, dangerous, but if it was
a magic tornado,
like a tornado ride situation, or a comic, in a comic where you can't really get hurt.
What if you got picked up by a tornado, and like in the Wizard of Oz, you saw all of your enemies also swirling around you?
Oof. I would fight them in the tornado. You know what I mean?
You would be like, you wouldn't just let the tornado wrap itself up and then confront your villains. You just be like, now's the time.
No. Yeah, I would be like,
let's meet in the middle of this wind and fight.
Exactly.
But I'm enjoying this book. This is we're setting up a character, Red Canary, to be, I think, interesting. This book has such Doom Patrol energy. It's like a more superhero turned Doom Patrol, and that's cool. I like that. That's some of the nostalgia stuff I was talking about that answers the shaking up the bag of characters like we were talking about a little bit with Age of Revelation specifically.
Yeah, I mean, in this issue here, Red Tornado puts together a team and gets their asses handed to them by Black Adam. Cool, interesting art and story. This continues to be interesting. I know we were a little kind of we're a little down on the team on this one, but I think overall this is a cool idea and in great hands. So I'm excited to kind of see what happens next.
Oh, let's truly see what happens with Lazarus Fallen, number 6 from Image Comics, written by Greg Rucka and art by Michael Lark. I've been in the bag for this book from day one, going back 10 plus years. This is the recently brought back new series, bringing the adventures of this dystopian future and the Lazarus fighters from each of the powerful corporate families. Forever Carlisle is who we've been following, and her clone / sister Infinity. We get a very surprising reveal at the end of this issue that I was excited about. Also, the relationship between Forever and Sonia Bittner, I think, is really interesting. Forever has been watching her sister Infinity have a romance, and she's feeling bad because she never has had that. I feel like we're going to see something like that happen very soon, so that's cool. Love this book.
Yeah, to quote JT says, this is TP. This is a tight package here. You got an amazing art, you got amazing TP. Writing.
As opposed to STB was what you said. We could just boil this podcast down to like 5 letters.
Yeah, we could just
rattle them off.
Yeah, but
TP, STB.
Yeah, impressive art and action. This continues to be such an interesting story here. This is the total package. It's a tight total package. You know what I mean?
TTP?
Plus I'd like to talk to you about the back matter. JT says, do your scripts look like that, bro? You're working on a comic book. Like, your scripts look like that, bro? What's up?
I do like looking at the scripts of people.
Yeah, it's fun to see how people kind of communicate ideas and try to spell things out for their artists. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, this is what's in my brain. Does that make sense to you?
Well, this specifically is actually for the readers. I think it's the translations, because this book does includes the characters talking in their native tongues or their preferred language, and we get the translation in the back, which I think is a really smart way to do it.
Yeah. So you're saying you're
French, so I can hang.
Oh, well, you did work in a French restaurant. Wait, did I say words? No.
You said.
I think the beer got to me a little bit there.
French cha-cha. You just got hit. Oh.
French restaurant, yeah. Damn it, I was going to say something before I lost the ability to speak. Yeah, I mean, JT says, how do you lay out your scripts? You know what I mean? Or do you do a panel breakdown, or do you just kind of like...
Yeah.
Describe. Oh yeah.
You describe the panels a little bit. Leave room for the artist to get in on it too. It's a collab. It's a collaborative.
But do you do the like, like kind of the focus of the panel is this, or are you just kind of like hands off? You know what I mean? Are you like what's in the panel, or do you talk about like what where the eyes should be, or where we should be looking?
2 eyes, middle of the head.
Well, like in the movies, you could be like zoom in to reveal like this or that, or you know what I mean.
Yes, and I think that's the difference, because I've written a lot of scripts in my life, but the thing with comics is it's different. It is a collaboration, and it's not like production is much more everyone does their job and sort of passes it along. So it's a artist doing their thing and then pushing the product to the next artist collaboration.
Yeah, it's an assembly line.
Yeah, it's like everyone does their piece. Comics are much more of a like, we're working together on this now. I'm sure there are people who it is that sort of pass the script on and the artist sort of does what they're going to do. But I think you want to leave like, hey, this page, 4 panels, one sort of a bigger panel where this happens, repeated motif of a coffee cup, and these 3 panels are like whatever. And then seeing, like, part of the joy, I think, is to see what an artist is going to come back with.
Yeah,
in that way, you're a fan of the artist that you're working with.
Yeah, and I also think it's an interesting balance of this, of like, this is what I'm thinking, what do you think? You know what I mean? Of like, this is kind of how I see things, but I also think you have an amazing eye for storytelling and communicating ideas. Like, what can you do with this, or what kind of gets you excited, or what do you want to focus on? Because I think there's this magical thing that happens in comics where a writer sends off ideas and then it comes to life. And, sometimes it's not what you pictured, and sometimes that's better,
100%. And no better place is that on display than Predator Kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, come
Number
on.
4 from Marvel, written by Benjamin Percy, art by Marcelo Ferreira. This big fight, the Predators have chosen Kraven the Hunter to help to give him the DL, the download on all the Marvel characters and who to kill and in what order. Pete, how you rooting for the Predators, the Preds?
This is just so, first off, fun cover. This is just wild. This is awesome. This is just like, I felt like such a little kid reading this. Like, spoilers, but we said that a bunch. But like, Predator tries to pick up the Thor's hammer, and Wolverine stabs him. It's like, you ain't worthy. Like, I lost my fucking shit, bro. That was so cool. Oh man, I mean, that's like things of nerd dreams right there. I mean, this is just so over the top and so well done. I was emotionally torn watching the Predator rocking a Punisher t-shirt, but it was also like, part of me was like, that's so fucking cool. But it's also like, oh man, he murdered Punisher to get that t-shirt. But this is just looks like they're having a blast making this. And as someone who is into this, I'm just having so much fun.
Where do you think the Punisher makes his t-shirts? Does he have like a Redbubble site? Or is he...
I think he's old school. Like how he's got kind of like a... what's on your busted tee? I think that like he silk screens. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a silk screen guy. So
you think on like
it's like a chip situation where he's got like a computer guy. He's got a t-shirt guy. You know what I mean?
So Wednesdays he kills and Thursdays he's silk screening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. He does a bunch of them at a time. And is he like, oh man, I had a little too much pasta off of the mafia's table that I killed. Gonna have to switch to a large.
You think the Punisher's eating food after he murders somebody?
I have a full Italian dinner there. I have a nibble. It's probably pretty good. Sunday sauce.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
I
don't think it's good to eat after somebody's got their brains blown out all over the table.
But I think he's such a skilled killer. I bet he kills people in a way that they splatter away.
He's like, I'm going to shoot him away from the shrimp scampi. That way I can eat later.
Yeah, you think Punisher's dying for some scampi?
I don't know.
He's out there picking up some hot buttered shrimp from the mafia table?
Maybe he's getting all 7 fishes. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Here's the fucked up thing. Do you think that he's like, oh, what should I eat for dinner tonight? I'll go kill blank.
That's what I think. That's what we got
like,
on.
I'd love some pierogies.
That's what nobody's talking about. Yeah.
Crime syndicate.
He whatever he's craving, then he attacks that family. You know what I mean? Like if he's looking, he's like, oh yeah.
See, that's the biggest way that he's a villain. Selfish. It's selfish. Hey, it's also a little like, a little judgmental that these different people are only eating the food from their nation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's true. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's exactly right. Like
Italian people don't only eat Italian food. Well,
I think Italian people do, but they're the only group.
That's
the
not
only
true.
Ones. I'm just kidding. No. When have you sat down though for a big Italian family dinner and they're like, all right, time for gorditas.
I'm sure it happens, bro. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, no.
Who doesn't love a good gordita?
All right. Don Marco, mi familia. Who had the spicy tuna roll? Miso soup for the rest of the pasta visuals over here. Let's talk The Last Starship. Number 2 from IDW, written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing, art by Adrian Bonilla. In this book, we brought back James T. Kirk.
Classic.
Remembering his death, and this is set in the far future of the Star Trek universe, where the Federation has been horribly destroyed and shrunk, and they're picking up the pieces.
Great song by AWB. Pick up the pieces. Come on.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
This type of universe, this that has been going on, the Star Trek universe, has been really done a really good job of just playing the hits, basically, and they're doing it again here in this book, I think.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you like Star Trek? This is going to be
Me?
for you. All right, this is just so much kind of lore and fun wrapped up here. This is the return of James T. Kirk. Yeah, I mean, great action, great art. This continues to be good. It's in great hands.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job of really pushing, like, exploring this broken universe, which we haven't really seen too much of, and it was only established in the more recent Star Trek series on Paramount Plus. But also harkening back, there's just a great last page of James T. Kirk head-to-head with some Klingons. Like, that's really fun. So kudos to them for covering both sides of that universe. Let's talk Wonder Woman number 27. From DC Comics, this is written by Tom King, art by Daniel Semperi. Wonder Woman finally taking the Mouse Man to get a little nibble on the little nasty little tail of the Mouse Man. Pete, you're loving this.
Yes, this is just so badass. Finally, Wonder Woman kicking ass, taking names. Love this. I love the little girl kind of yelling Wonder Woman at the guy who's yelling Mouse Man. This is just awesome. This is just, I cannot wait for the next issue. Every issue is just so kind of interesting and cool and different. Amazing art. Cool but weird arc. This continues to be such a great run of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I'm liking this as well. This has heavy topicality that is buried not really at all beneath the surface here. This is like an anti-fascism or anti-authoritarianism, I should say, textbook here. Laughing at these goofy oppressors in this story is great instruction on how to do that in our daily lives if we are feeling that way, which some of us certainly are. The art's fantastic, continuing this run. I'm very curious to read this, not even about reading this for the trade, but sort of reading this from a maximalistic point of view about what the larger story that Tom King has been telling here. Because it's certainly a lot about domination. There's so much in this issue and in the earlier issues in this run about like kneel before me, trying to break Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman is unbreakable. This book is taking her close to the edge, but she is unbreakable, and the tables are really turned in this issue, and it's a good read. Many of you are probably reading this, and I think those of you that aren't should dive in from the jump. Let's talk Amazing Spider-Man number 16 from Marvel, written by Joe Kelly, art by John Romita Jr. We got the Plague RX prescribes pain, which is the villain on the cover of this book. Sort of a goofy cover, a Hush-style villain bandaged up, whose powers are absorbing pain from people who are hurt and then just pushing that onto people who are not. So this feels like a very 90s, like Mark Bagley type one story, but it's actually much deeper than that. I'm not even knocking Mark Bagley. I'm just talking about that type of comics where it's like a standalone Spider-Man adventure. This deep continuity, this is all about Norman Osborn grappling with his role as Spider-Man, how he's addicted to sort of the inherent goodness of the character, being a hero from someone who's always been a villain, and he's feeling himself in the way that he's addicted to the Goblin Serum, becoming addicted to being Spider-Man, touching on all the stuff that's happening on Earth here. I'm increasingly happy with Joe Kelly's run, the two sides of it with Peter Parker in space and all the other folks back on Earth grappling with the pieces that have been left behind. It's a great run.
Yeah, amazing art. I mean, obviously John Romita Jr., but yeah, Tombstone here kind of figuring things out is scary and fun. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this is going to go and what's up because, Joe Kelly, who is a writer that I love, is making some really interesting choices, so I'm interested to see how this is all going to kind of come together.
Yes, indeed. Let's talk about another book I was excited about and didn't recommend but should have. Everything Dead and Dying, which comics written by Tate Brombold, art by Jacob Phillips. Love this team. This is a zombie story that has taken on just like an emotional turn, something I've never really seen in a zombie story before, where you have a couple and their kid and the partner, the husband and the daughter have been zombified. But our main guy has been doing something to keep himself from getting bitten and to sort of keep the town going. And we get some people, Walking Dead style, coming into this world, and a lot of consequences start happening. But throughout this, we get a lot of flashbacks about their lives together, the ups, the downs. We get a lot of perspective told from the young girl here, even though in the main story, she's zombified. Like, there's no hope for her. And it's just such an interesting tone to strike, and it's really working on me in great art by Jacob Phillips.
I can't. This fucking cover is too fucking creepy, and I really...
It's just a good zombie.
Dude, it's too scary, bro. And then the zombie kid from the cover kept popping up in this, and every time I saw her, bro, it's too scary. It's too creepy. I tried, but I couldn't. This is haunting my fucking nightmares, this fucking image, bro. Please take it down. Like, you're killing me, man.
Okay, no problem. Let's move on to our next comic, Everything Dead and Dying, number 3.
Hey!
What's that?
I don't want to be stuck in some kind of horrible groundhog loop here. Let's, please.
No problem. Well, let's move on and talk about The Amazing Spider-Man, number 16. We already covered that. Everything Dead and Dying, number 3 from Image Comics. Wow, it's really easy to drive. You could really drive someone crazy. But let me give Pete a Pete treat. Casey Jones, number 2 from IDW, written by Alex Packnadal.
The highs to lows in this stack.
Yeah, man, that's the roller coaster we're always on. Art by Aman K. Nahulpin. This is a man who I believe plays hockey recreationally, and his friends with turtles.
You know what? How dare you? Casey Jones is a hero. You should respect that man's love of hockey and sports. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for this. This is just so great. It's also really heartbreaking to see Casey and April fighting in this issue, and then you got Raph and Casey fighting in this issue, and that hurts. Casey's trying, but he's trying to get missing. He's trying to get missing kids back. Great art, fun action. I'm going to like this more once the characters start working together.
What's the nature of Casey Jones and April O'Neil's relationship?
Well, it's a classic, will they, won't they? No, they have been in relationships in the past, and it's a ship that I am on board with, and the hope happens always. So yeah.
You're a real Tracy Jones Neal?
I am. I just think that the Turtles brought these two together, and wouldn't it be nice if they worked out?
Doesn't Raph sort of have a thing for April or Don? Or all
I think they all of them do, but that's the thing about love.
What's the deal with that?
That's the thing about love, man. It's got to go both ways, and it's only going one way, and it's always tough when that happens.
I think April could go for a turtle. Casey Jones really in it. We've got a snow leopard who really hates other mutants. Yeah. A lot of stuff boiling here. I just hope Casey Jones keeps a fully stocked bit of sporting goods in his backpack or whatever.
That's the beautiful thing about having it. It's you always got something back there. You know what I mean?
I would argue there's only a couple of sporting implements that I would really want to use in a fight. Baseball bat, very good.
Yep.
The rest of them, pretty bad.
Come on, dude. A hockey stick. Hockey stick's great.
You know how easy it is to break a hockey stick?
Yeah, over somebody's head, and then you could, whatever's left, you can stab them with the other part. You know what I mean?
I hope you're only fighting one
person.
Yeah. Then you're fine. If all of your weapons immediately disintegrate. It's really good. Let's talk X-Men of Apocalypse #1, written by Jeff Loeb, art by Simone DeMeo. The crossovers keep crossing.
Yeah.
This one is a series that is going back, bringing some of your favorite Age of Apocalypse characters into the main Marvel universe at a different time, as we learned in this issue. Strange that this is coming out in the smack dab in the middle of Age of Revelation.
Okay, great.
That was have waited a couple months.
Yeah, that was my question to you. Do you think this is too much Apocalypse? Because I think so. I was like, oh man, I feel like right now is not the time for this. It would be a lot better if it came out, after, or.
I agree with you, Pete.
Okay.
I agree with you on that. It's like if in the middle of Thanksgiving I showed up and I was like, hey, you guys want my turkey? It's hard to pull off, hard to effectively turn a bunch of turkey-full people onto like, hey, it's more of that this other guy's turkey.
Yeah.
But I do like these characters. I think the Simone DeMeo art is excellent. Jeff Loeb picked some good artists to work with, and this is cool. There are some aspects. I love the Apocalypse world. I love the potential relationships. They're like, whoa, Wolverine with 2 hands. Sabretooth's a good guy here. That's interesting. The Magneto Rogue relationship, the Rogue Gambit relationship. Like, there's a lot of things to touch on here that could be really good. So, curious to see. I will continue reading this.
I also really like this. I love the art style. Fun kind of jumping through time here with the different ages of X-Men here. Fun last panel of the first X-Men. That's very cool. Art style has like a smooth kind of like youthful fun to it, which I also like.
Smooth. It's so smooth.
It's got a kind of a smooth style to it.
It's smooth.
It's not sharp. It's smooth. It feels also they do something here that I'm a sucker for, which is like they give you the kind of like badges where it's like Sabretooth, right on the panel. I love that. I know it's, if you've read a lot of comics like we have, you're like, yeah, I know it's fucking Sabretooth. But there's just something fun about it. It kind of feels like a video game or something where you're just like, Sabretooth. So I don't know. I have fun with it, and it just kind of makes me think of like the old school comics where they would just constantly be repeating each other's names, like, well, hello, Sabretooth. It is me, Wolverine. Oh, my fearsome enemy. I don't know. That kind of stuff.
The sum totality of my psychic powers.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I wish we did that. I wish we set our powers.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, this is a fun comic.
Slightly askew.
Always tilted to the side to show his youthful funness.
Oh wow, you really read my. What are you, age of? What are you, Revelation? You're really reading my language. You know what?
That's right.
It's a crazy time of year. It's halfway between Halloween and Christmas, and the holidays, I should say. How do we feel that time? Well, that's Yuletide, #2, from Oni Press, written by George Northey, art by Rochelle Aragno. This is the perfect Halloween meets the holiday story. Right,
I
Pete?
agree.
What do you think? Are they crossing it over effectively?
I agree, yes. First off, cool cover. I'm a sucker for watercolors. I love the giant ghost cat in this. Great art, solid story, fun magic, cool characters and villains, solid Santa. Enjoyed this more than I thought. Art has just great vibes to it.
We'll be ranking our Santas again as usual, counting down, and we got a nice solid Santa. Who is the best Santa? Marvel, DC, Oni?
Image. Yeah.
There can be only one. It's funny to make that joke when I did literally work on a reality show trying to find America's Best Santa.
Oh, wow, really?
Hosted by John Gabris.
Oh, wow. How did I not know? And did you find him in a mall in New Jersey? Where was the Best Santa?
No, I can't really spoil the end of it, but he was a dark horse winner of the Santas in the Barn Santas competition.
Wow.
Just a little.
Is that on YouTube? Where can we see this?
I don't know. The name of the show is Santa's in the Barn. It's definitely a long time ago, but we shot it in Montana, and that was a blast.
Cool.
Santa's fight. Let's talk.
Wait, Santas fought each other in your show?
I mean, not
was it like bum fights, but with Santas?
I mean, bums are almost Santas. You know, we're right on the edge.
Yeah, they're magical. They they're above the law.
Yeah. Yep. Both those things are true. No follow-ups on
they love eating cookies.
Your belief system.
They'll break into people's houses.
Above the law. Yeah. I think you're thinking of leprechauns. News from the Fallout number 6 of Image Comics, written by Chris Kahn and art by Jeffrey Allen Love. This brings the series, part of the series to a close.
What a ride!
Yes, I've loved this series. We talked to Alex and I talked to Chris Kahn about it at New York Comic Con. If you haven't listened to that, go check it out. It's a very good interview. This was the book that was selling the most at his table at New York Comic Con, which I thought was very telling. This is a great paranoia, art-forward comic that I love the ending of. I don't want to say too much about it because if you haven't been reading it, I would recommend going back and reading it from the top. It's a real boiler, and the art is just, even despite the simplicity, it's super engaging.
Yes, it really is. And I agree. This is a crazy ending, really great, nailed it. What a cool, interesting ride. The art's just unbelievable. Brings an intensity to the story. I loved what they did here. I also loved the description of, like, instead of saying like I ran away fast, it was like I showed them the bottom of my feet. I was like, that's just a cool way to describe running away fast. Just really fun stuff, and the art just sets the table for this in such a cool way. I don't want to spoil the ending either. It's such a blast. This is definitely a must pick up.
There it is. Let's talk the Punisher Red Band number 3 from Marvel, written by Benjamin Percy. Art by Julius Ota. The Punisher not doing so hot. He's being puppeted.
It's Punisher Red Band, bro. Come on.
Yeah, he's Red Band. That means he gets to kill a little bit grosserly. The Punisher's being puppeted. The Kingpin's hands straight up his ass, and he's being muppeted around doing the Kingpin's bidding. That's the description of the book. That's what Benjamin.
Well, he doesn't. Kingpin's not literally reaching his. Yeah, it's kind of like a.
I'm speaking metaphorically with beautiful poetic language.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's kind of like a video game Punisher situation where they're just kind of like controlling Punisher. First off, dude, like shout outs to Roadhouse, dude. You want to talk about ripping throats, bro? Whoo! Yeah. Double throat rip. Damn, dude, this comic is fucking violent as shit, man. It's just kind of controlling toy Punisher here, making him do whatever you want. Cool art, tons of action, fun letters page. I think this is crazy over the top, but in an interesting way. So I'm excited to see what kind of unfolds for our video game buddy here, and hopefully he gets his control of his own body back.
Pete, you're leaving the grocery store on a classic grocery run. Got some of your favorite garage beer and Subway branded meatballs in your bag. You're driving away. You feel the cold ring of the business end of a pistol in the back of your neck, and you hear the Punisher say, "I need immediate brain surgery." What do you do? Because that's a situation presented to some characters in this comic.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to think that they have some kind of knowledge or experience in that, because otherwise he'd just pick the wrong car, you know? Because if that happens to me, I would be like, first off, Punisher, huge fan. I'll do anything to save your life, but I'm not the guy to carjack. You know, I can get you a sweet meatball sub, but that's about.
It's pretty risky.
I'd be like, oh wait, Punisher, did you pick me because you were hungry for meatball sub? So if so, here you go, bro. You know what I mean?
The odds of carjacking someone and finding out that they're a high-end doctor, low.
Yeah.
Plus, they probably have a medical license.
First off, Punisher does his due diligence. He's not going to just, you know what I mean? He's going to find people with that background and then track them to that car, you know?
He's famously a bit of a loose cannon. He's not the world's greatest detective.
He's not the world's greatest detective, but he's very strategic in the way that he takes people down.
Yeah. I need you to take me to a hospital and give me a colonoscopy. You Domino's pizza delivery.
My insurance isn't going to cover it, so...
You're my primary care physician, local mailman.
Oh, no.
That's how the Punisher works. But this is plenty bloody, just what we want. Let's talk the Twilight Zone. Let's welcome ourselves to the Twilight Zone. Number 2 from IDW by Tom Scioli. What do you say, Pete? This is one of your picks.
Yeah, this is one of my picks. This rocked. I loved just kind of some really fun. This really reminds me of the essence of the TV show, the twists of ideas and the fun kind of like melding of different worlds and stuff. Like this whole kind of aliens kind of doing all these things for humans, yelling, "Eat your vegetables," was just hysterical. I just love the tone and the execution of ideas. This looks so different. Love the different kind of, also the different alien looks, which was interesting and cool. Artistically, this is really impressive, and this was just such a well-executed idea all around. Super impressed with this book. I thought they really nailed this in the second issue here.
Great retro art style, all in sort of a faint blue. Felt like reading a newsprint comic from back in the day, which I think is the intention. Panels very specifically laid out in that way as well. And fun story in the Twilight Zone mode, like Pete's saying, but still feeling fresh. Very good. Let's talk the Sacrificers, number 17 from Image Comics, written by Rick Remender, art by Max Frimara. This has been an epic tale of revenge. And what do we get in this issue? More fucked up revenge. This is like Adventure Time if everyone was trying to really murder each other. And I think that's...
So not Adventure Time. You know what I mean?
Well, but I mean, like the Max Frimara art style is sort of a bit like Adventure Time in a way that works, but the underlying themes of like doing damage to people, the wealthy taking advantage of the poor, how revenge feels and works, and the ways that people are willing to bide their time and get revenge right when they plan to, when they strategically decide to. This is very cool. I feel like the end of this issue opens the door to a whole new type of story. I'm curious what that means.
Yeah, first off, cool cover. I love this. Such a great ending. Love the art. Super tight bananas on this. Love the twists and turns of the story from start to finish. Remender, the thing about reading Remender is sometimes I'm like, dude, I can't get it too attached. He's going to kill all my favorite characters. But I think he did such an interesting thing here where it's like the kind of shock factor and all the kind of madness happens early. And then he actually kind of has a nice ending, if you will. It's not nice, but it's not as dark. I think
his characters are totally fine.
Yeah, but not always.
No, I think in the case of this book, I think.
Yeah, in this book, that's why it's shocking. And I'm used to Remender, so I kind of like have to be like, ooh, I don't want to get too attached too soon. But I think he does such a great job of kind of like not doing what, you know what I mean? I always think it's impressive when I read somebody's thing and I'm like, oh, wow, it's Rick Remender.
I think you could firmly attach yourself to these comic characters and everything's going to be fine.
Anyways, I just think this was such a cool comic and such a great read, and I think they did such a great job on landing this and nailing the ending. And if Zalben was here, I would be like, why is this towards the bottom of the stack? We should be celebrating it more at the top.
Yes. Restack the stack, Zalbs. Let's talk Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe, number 5.
That's right.
Marvel, written by Jerry Duggan, art by Javier Garron. This brings to a close Godzilla's chances to kill the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And I think that folks have made a couple mistakes. Right?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
How do you feel this is a spoiler for this issue, but how do you feel about Godzilla getting the pure Planet Hulk treatment?
That's exactly what I have in my notes, dude. Get out of my head. It's like you guys didn't learn anything from Planet Hulk because they tried to send Hulk to a peaceful place where he could just be alone. And guess what? He got on a fucking spaceship and was so angry he couldn't sit inside that spaceship and wait to get there. He leered on the front, shaking his fists in rage as the ship hurled it towards Earth. You're going to get Godzilla coming back worse than ever. This is a horrible idea, but it's also like, it seems like it's sweet because it's like, hey, we're going to give him peace. He just wants to be left alone. That's what we're going to do.
They're just trying to get up. That's the thing. This is the smartest minds on the planet, and they're like, let's send it to the landfill again. When they should be really thinking a little smarter, a little like maybe recycling. You could recycle Godzilla. Maybe like a fun spike amusement park. Use the spikes.
Wow.
But instead, kick him.
I was thinking, just like, all right, put him in the bottom of the ocean. You know what I mean? Chain him to the ocean floor.
That's where he thrives. That's where he thrives.
Well, I'm just saying, let him just kind of sleep down there for a little while,
I think he's just mad. I think if he just had a good talking to, I think he'd be a little bit better.
Yeah, like, maybe him and Fing Fang Foom can talk it out and figure out what's going on. Yeah, I just, he's also a good guy. Like, it's a bad move to get him off planet. Like, he protects Earth. Like, you're fucking our future.
I don't think so.
Oh, you're going to argue Godzilla with me, bro?
He just kills. He just wrecks stuff.
No, that's not what... Yes, he does step on things and kind of destroy things. But, when Mothra shows up, who steps up to protect us? Godzilla does. You know what I mean? Like, Godzilla's a protector of Earth.
I think Godzilla's like me smash butterfly.
Okay. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it. We all live that way. Minor Threats, The Last Devil Left Alive, #2 from Dark Horse Comics, written by Patton Oswalt and Jordan Bloom. Art by Scott Hepburn. This following up on the many myriad plots in the Minor Threats universe, bringing in some of the history of our very super-powered characters here. Playtime is in the mix as always. This book just throws it all on the table in a tone that I like to read, where it's a little funny, deeply personal. There's a lot of angst and emotionality. A team is coming together here. I think these books have been just such a pleasant surprise, the Minor Threats universe.
Totally agree on all fronts. This continues to be awesome. Love the characters. Love the action and the fun. Barfly is great. Sid the Grid is fun.
Sid the Grid's very fun.
Yeah, awesome art and action. This is a toit package.
Yeah, TTP. Mm-hmm. And let's close it out with one of my favorite reads of the week, the Spider-Man Holiday Spectacular, number
JT
1 from Marvel.
Sizzle pick of the week.
This is the pick of the week. Written by Rainbow Rowell, art by Luciano Vecchio, Paco Medina, Nathan Stockman, and Bob Quinn. Yeah. Spidey's just trying to have a good holiday, and we get him celebrating with a bunch of different characters. He's hanging with the FF. Really love it. At a party at the Avengers space station. Fun, funny, really great interactions here. A lot of great running jokes. He gets to hang out with the Uncanny X-Men team down in Nolans, which I thought was cool. Deliver some packages for those who need them with Daredevil. This was what I was talking about with classic storytelling that was just good comic book work. This really took me back. This was the antidote I needed to all of the large event, like let's shake up stuff and give like Wolverine an extra hat or whatever. So like this was really fun and just what I needed this holiday season. I highly recommend.
Yeah, I agree with your dog. This is barking awesome and touching. Get some nice moments with Pete and Aunt May on a cruise. Oh, that's nice. Heartwarming stuff. Great, bright, fun art. Great interactions. Wolverine and Spidey getting deep, talking about stuff. This is exactly what you think you're going to get with Spider-Man Holiday Spectacular. It delivers.
It delivers. And folks, that's all we have for the stack today. What a time we've had. Please check out all of our stuff. You can listen to Comic Book Club news every day.
Yeah.
You can check us out at patreon.com/comic book club, where you can come hang out on our Discord. It's always very fun. Subscribe on all of our places. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. Check out comicbookclublive.com for this podcast and so much more. Until next time, we will see you at the comic book shop.
Woohoo!